Hello everyone, my name is Abhilash Ganesh Pavnikar and today's date is the 12th August 2021 and today's our video topic is that inheritance. Okay, so we will discuss we will discuss in this video what is the exactly inheritance, then why use the inheritance in Java, then what is exactly the terms used in that inheritance, then what is the exactly syntax of that inheritance, and types of inheritance. Okay, so we have to all the topics we have to cover in this video. Okay, so let us discuss about each one of them one by one. So first topic is that what is the exactly inheritance. Okay, so the inheritance in Java is like a mechanism in which one object acquires all the properties and behaviors of that parent objects. So it is an important part of that object-oriented programming language. Okay, so the idea behind inheritance is in Java is you can create a new classes that are built upon existing classes. When you inherit from an existing classes, you can reuse the methods, and it may be like a fields of that parent class. So moreover, you can add new methods and fields in your current class also. So the inheritance represents the easy relationship, which is also known as that parent child relationships. Okay, so the our video next topic is that why use the inheritance in Java. Okay, so first reason of that yeah, inheritance, that is like for method overriding, that is the runtime polymorphism can be achieved. Okay, so and another one used of that inheritance is for the code reusability. Okay, so let us discuss about the some terms in that inheritance. Okay, so firstly we will discuss about the what is exactly class. Okay, so class is a group of objects which have common properties. It is like a template, or it may be like a blueprint from which objects are created. Okay, so the next term is that what is the subclass, or it may be it is also known as the child class. Okay, so the subclass, so the in that subclass is a class which is inherits the other classes. It is also called as the derived class. It may be like extended classes or a child classes also. Okay, so more to the next term is that what is the exactly super class, or it is also known as the parent class. Okay, so super class is a class from where a subclass inherits the features. It is also called as the base classes, or it may be like a parent class. Okay, so the another term is that the reusability. So what exactly reusability? So the as the name shows, it will be like a reusable. Okay, as the name specifies, the reusability is a mechanism which is facilitates you to reuse the fields, and it will be like a methods of that existing classes. When you create a new class, okay, so you can use the same fields and methods that have already defined in the previous classes. Okay, so what is the syntax of that Java inheritance, and it may be how to define the inheritance class. Okay, so class, I have to tell you some one example or one syntax of that inheritance class. So the class, then subclass name, and extends the superclass name. In that we have to declare the methods and fields. Okay, so the extends keyword that indicates that you are making a new classes that derives from an existing class. The meaning of that extends is to increase the functionality. In like a terminology of a Java is like a class which is inherited is called as the parent or a super class, and the new class is called as the child class or a subclasses. Okay. For example, like Java inheritance example, like if we taken an example like for employee, then salary is in float, and a programmer is an like a bonus, it is the integer. Okay. So the programmer is a subclass, and employee is the superclass. The relationship between the two classes is programmer is a employee, and it means that programmer is a type of a employee. Okay. That is the example of an inheritance. So we have see the what is exactly the like types of inheritance in Java. Okay. So on the basis of that class, there can be like a three types of that inheritance in Java, like a single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and a hierarchical inheritance. Okay. So in Java, like multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance is supported through a interface only. So like multiple inheritance is not supported in Java through a class. Okay. So when one class inherits the multiple classes, it is known as that multiple inheritance. Okay. So we will like take seeing the for example, like first type of that single inheritance. So what is the exactly single inheritance? So the when a class inherits the another class, it is known as a single inheritance. uh, for example, like we have taken example like dog class inherits the animal classes. Okay. And so there is the single inheritance, for example. So another type of that inheritance is like a multi-level inheritance. So what is the exactly multi-level inheritance? When there is a chain of inheritance, it is known as that multi-level inheritance. As we have to discuss what is the like first example of that um, dog and animal. So like a baby dog class inherits the dog classes, which again inherits the animal class. So there is that multi-level inheritance. Okay. So we will see the our new type of that like inheritance, that is the hierarchical inheritance. Okay. So what exactly hierarchical inheritance? So when two or more classes that inherits the single class, it is known as a hierarchical inheritance. For example, we have taken an example as we said before, like a dog and it may be like animal. So okay. Dog here we have to taken another example like a dog and cat classes that inherits the animal class. So there is that hierarchical inheritance. Okay. So for example, we have create a class animal. In that class we have to take an method like void eat in and in that method we have to sys out the statement like a eating. Okay. And another we have taken another class is that dog, that will be extends the animal. Okay. So in that dog class, that we have to take an one method like void bark. And we have sys out the one statement is like a barking. and we will create a third class, that is the class cat, extends the animal. And we have taken a method that void meow, and sys out the statement like a meowing. Okay, so after that we have created one class, that is that main method. So in that main method, like create an object like a cat c is equal to new cat, then c dot meow or c dot eat, that is the uh, uh, printing the output is like a meowing on eating. Okay, so we will discuss what is the exactly the why multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. Okay, so in multiple inheritance, to reduce the complexity and simplify the language, that is multiple inheritance is not supported it's not supported in Java. Okay, there have some ambiguity for the compile time errors are okay. So we have taken an example like compile time errors are better than the runtime errors. So Java renders that compile time error, that if you inherit the two classes, so there you have some method or different. Okay, that's it for the day. Thank you.